Hey guys, this week's video is dedicated to all our brothers and sisters in the land of Israel. You know, we're at that point of the year where you transition from fall to winter, and you look out your window, it's cold, it's gray, it gets dark early, you know, the trees are all losing their leaves, and you know, you just want to roll over and go back to bed. You don't want to get out of bed, right? You ever feel that in your soul as well, where you're just like apathetic, where the juices aren't flowing? Like, what are you supposed to do? You feel dried out. Like, I just don't care. Like, I just want to roll over and go back to bed. How do you jumpstart? How do you get back into things? How do you feel more connected, get the juices flowing where you feel into it again? What do you do? The Lubavitcher was always a huge proponent of the mitzvah campaign. To do one mitzvah. Do one mitzvah and it will change everything. And he said, how does it change everything? People would write into the Rebbe with their spiritual struggles and he would say, do a mitzvah. Do something more. What's that going to do? I'm not interested in doing a mitzvah. I'm feeling apathetic. But Rebbe understood the power of a mitzvah, the power of doing one mitzvah and how it gets things going again. Last year in this week's Torah portion, Pasha Vayera, we spoke about experiential Judaism, how doing a mitzvah can really change things. And we discussed that, how we learn it from Abraham and Sarah. But this year I want to focus on the Haftorah of this week's Torah portion. We have the story of Elisha. And there was a woman in the community who was going through a very difficult time, and she came to Elisha, who was the prophet. And she said, what do I do? And he said, do you have anything in the house that you could sell? And she says, I have nothing. All I have is a little flask of oil. So he said, I want you to take every empty vessel in your house. And if you have to go to your neighbors and borrow their empty vessels as well, fill it up with oil from this little flask, sell it, and you'll make a profit, and you'll be able to get out of your difficult situation. And miraculously, that's what she did. She gathered all the empty vessels. She went to her neighbors and borrowed as well. And from this little flask, it kept pouring oil, oil, oil until everything was full. Once all the vessels were full, it stopped. She was able to sell it, and she was able to get out of her difficult situation. Okay, amazing, beautiful miracle story, but what does it actually mean? The Chassidic masters talk about how the oil is representative of the soul, the light that the soul brings into the world. And that the vessels, these are mitzvah. These represent mitzvahs. When you're feeling dry, when you have nothing at home, you feel like, I've got nothing. I'm apathetic. I have nothing in the house. What do I have? My soul is somewhere in there, but it's just very small. I'm not feeling it. It's not burning brightly right now. Do a mitzvah. Start pouring it into a vessel. Start pouring it into a mitzvah. And what you'll find, what we do find, is that it starts things going again. We start feeling more connected. We feel good. I did something. It's not going to be like an overnight sensation where everything changes, but something gets going again. You did a mitzvah, and then you do another mitzvah. And before you know it, it's flowing, and your soul is shining, and your soul is back to burning bright again. Shabbat Shalom. Let's burn bright.